Hello from Napa, California. Here on a little retreat with my mentor, Brendon Burchard, in my Ultra program. And he shared a few things I've been reflecting on, looking forward. I'll share much more once I really reflect and gain the insight from the event. But there was something that really stood out to me yesterday and this morning as I was reflecting, and it was what have you fallen into? What have you fallen into or been forced into? And man, some of the ideas that I had this morning about being what have you fallen into or what have you fell into? Man, some things like your personality. Like, have you fallen into it or have you been forced into it? Some people fall into a career. Some people fall into relationships. Some people fall into the way they believe their finances should be. Some people fall into so many things because of the belief systems that we just fell into because of the people around us, and we think we're stuck in them. And I've never really thought about that idea of just falling into. I've talked about being programmed in and that kind of stuff, but we fall into them and we just accept them as they are instead of really challenging our beliefs. I remember one of the hardest things that I had to go through, and one of my mentors that was challenging me around falling into, and that was my belief in God and my faith. And he challenged me, like, do you believe this just because your parents believed it? Did you just fall into it, or just because of the way you were brought up? Really suspend your belief and challenge it. Did you just fall into it, or is it yours? Is it your faith? Is it your relationship? And so I really want to challenge each of you. What have you fallen into? Another analogy that we were talking about is, where's the temperature been set, right? Have you heard this? Are you the thermostat or the thermometer? Like, have you set the temperature? If you fell into a certain temperature and it's just set, it's time to challenge that. But the other thing that he mentioned was being forced into something. And wow, these things really resonated with me. Some people have been forced into a career to appease their parents, to appease those people around them that thinks that's what they should do. That was one of the things that, I graduated and wanted to become an engineer, but I didn't want to stay an engineer. My passion wasn't in engineering. I love all that engineering gave me. And man, there were a lot of beliefs that I had to challenge in myself and from those around me that says, what are you doing getting out of engineering? You've spent so much time doing, growing into this, but it wasn't my passion. It wasn't where I really was called to be. It wasn't what I wanted to be faithful with and my purpose. And so I started doing a lot of internal work so that I wasn't forced into staying in a career that wasn't going to satisfy me. So you can be forced into personalities to fit your surroundings. And so this idea of, man, where's the thermostat in your life? And were you forced into it? Did you fall into it? In all areas of your life. And then the third thing, or have you designed it? Have you designed your life? Have you designed what you want? Have you set the thermostat where you want, in your finances, in your faith, in your spiritual growth, in your career, in your team, in the culture and the environment you create in your marriage? Like, have you designed it? It's all about a design and being a conscious decision of what we want to create in the future. So now again, all of those things take very, very, the way I've kind of tried to narrow it down, you got to be bold sometimes. You got to make a bold decision, a courageous decision. I didn't think of myself as a bold, courageous person, but man, when you define reality and you decide what you want, that's a bold move. And then you got to act with purpose, and you got to walk with wisdom and nurture that dream and that yearning that you have. And if you'll do those things, then you won't fall into something. You won't be forced into something. You'll be creating it and designing it. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want for every one of the teams that I work with, to be in alignment with who you are, who you want to be, and what you want to create. And that takes courage and boldness. So, thoughts from Napa and my Ultra event. I'll let y'all see the beautiful vineyards around here as I close off. I'd love to know if you've designed or fallen into something too. And there's the vineyards back in the background, all the grapes. A beautiful place to reflect and beautiful weather from California. Look forward to visiting with you more. Let me know if you have any questions, and look forward to the next live.